I feel like I am one of only like a few Subaru WRX drivers that actually drive their WRX on dirt roads. Yeah, I actually drive my car, which is wild. Absolutely wild. And yes, I know I've been talking about the house, which is in the first little bit of this video. The house is like a long-term project. There we go, more stable road. So the house is a long-term project. Still got to actually do the insulation, still got to do the wiring, still got to figure out exactly which side I'm putting the bathroom on, still got to figure out which side I'm actually going to put like the living room on. The kitchen's going to be pretty easy because the kitchen actually goes in the middle, so whenever you first walk into the tiny home, that's whenever you get the actual like kitchen. You'll walk in, the kitchen will be there, it'll be good. But the hardest part's going to be figuring out which side gets what. I already know like the main layout for each one, which is pretty easy. It'll be pretty alright. But for right now, we are going into town because I have clients and I also have a class that I have to teach. So it was time for a shower and it was time to actually get going throughout the day. I'm trying to cram as much as I possibly can into my day, which is super annoying and not exactly the best, but you gotta do what you gotta do, so there is that. I think a lot of things come down to time management, you know? I think a lot of people don't exactly have that, and that is definitely a problem, but that's for each their own to figure out. Me, I do pretty good with my time management. I make sure that I actually get as much stuff done as I possibly can throughout the day. And one thing I can tell you right now is I can still feel the fiberglass in my body. I can still feel it. So fiberglass is definitely fun. I hate fiberglass with a passion, but it'll be alright. It'll be completely fine. I kind of feel like I go through a lot of, we'll say, emotions throughout the day. And not all the time is it definitely by other people. I mean, most of the time it's just me sitting there thinking. Because I feel like I have so much on my plate at all times that I get a little bit overwhelmed. And then, of course, if there's any, you know, family drama going on, or if there's any type of, like, you know, drama at the gym, which, yes, there can be drama at the gym. You have personal trainers that, you know, they're dealing with their clients, they're dealing with other personal trainers. It becomes, well, it becomes annoying. It really does. It feels like no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I can't get like an actual moment of peace. Except for whenever I'm driving my car. Whenever I'm driving my Subaru, I actually do get some peace. And yes, I know there's all the Subaru jokes, there's all the lesbian jokes, which is fine. The lesbian jokes are completely fine. But I don't care, you know, it's whatever. I like the lesbians, you know, I like women, so that works. But yeah, this is like the moment of peace that I actually get throughout my day is whenever I drive my car. And I like that. I love it a lot. So, that's pretty awesome. And for those that want to know, I drive a 2024 Subaru WRX. It's the 6-speed manual. It is bone stock. I haven't done a single thing to it. After the warranty is up, I will be doing stuff to it. But for right now, it's just bone stock, which is, you know, completely fine by me. I don't mind. I like it that it's stock. It's okay. But there is, I mean, that's a whole nother video series. That's a whole nother list of things that I will eventually do in the future is the WRX. But for right now, it's just the house. And I think I'm going to turn these into like a little vlog is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn these into like a little vlog and just kind of have some fun with it. Kind of like I'm having some fun with these corners. Which I don't know how much you guys can hear on the microphone, but want to slow down too. I'll slow down, not for my safety, for everybody else's safety. Because, not to brag, but I'm a better driver than a lot of people out here. That is for sure. That's a for sure thing. And I know, automatically, saying that, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're just kind of hyping yourself up. You're not an actual race car driver or anything. No, I'm not. I'm not a race car driver. But I have driven idiotically enough in my youth that I have developed a particular set of skills. I have been a follower of racing, whether it be NASCAR, F1, MotoGP, lawnmower racing, whatever you want to put on there. I love racing so much that I know how to take corners. I understand that whenever you're coming into a corner, it's good to brake late, downshift, power out of the corner, make sure you're hitting your apex. Like, I know all of it, and I've practiced it. And I have went fast enough that, yes, I'm pretty sure my license should probably be revoked. I know it's probably not a good thing to have on video. I know my license should probably be revoked. But I've never hurt anybody. I've only been in a handful of accidents, and I am happy to say that all of those accidents were never my fault. That's the wild part about all of it. The accidents that I have been in, none were my fault, which is pretty awesome to say. That's pretty nice to be able to say that none of the accidents were my fault, because I don't drive stupid all the time. If I am going to drive stupid, I make sure that it's definitely, it's late at night, not a whole lot of people are out. The roads that I choose, I've grown up on, and you can kind of get the feel for how busy a road is going to be. Like, throughout the day and throughout night, you can kind of get that feel of that. So I'm not exactly worried a whole lot. I also, I'm aware of the local police. I make sure I keep up whenever events are going on. Like, we just had cruise night here in town, so all the police were here in town. And I didn't really have to worry about them being on, the county roads and stuff like that, because I knew that they were going to be up here dealing with everybody doing their burnouts, and stuff like that. So they didn't need to worry about little old me, They didn't have to worry about me. I got to go have fun and actually enjoy myself a little bit on my way home. Because, breaking some digits on the old speedometer, doing some downshifts, having some fun. That right there, that is the one thing that I love about driving. And don't get me wrong, okay, don't get me wrong. I know automatics, there's plenty of automatic vehicles out there that I would absolutely love to drive, I would love to own, and they are fun, and they're good performance vehicles. But it is something about driving a manual transmission vehicle, something about it that I can't really explain. It's just, it's this nice feeling of being able to connect with the car and connect with the road and feel the engine go through its RPMs. There's just something about it, and I can't explain it. Those that drive manual transmission vehicles, and I'm talking actually drive them, you understand it, you get it. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna say this, I don't think you can fully experience your vehicle unless you actually push it through corners, unless you actually take it and you don't just go in a straight line. Because anybody can go in a straight line. It's too easy. You can stick a brand new driver in a 500 horsepower car and be like, hey, go on this straight line as fast as you can. And they can do it. But you take that same driver and you're like, hey, here's this road. It's 5 miles long. It's got a bunch of corners. It's got a bunch of hills and dips, and it's got all sorts of things in it. Go at it. They're probably gonna wreck. If you tell that person to go the fastest that they possibly can from point A to point B on a regular road that actually has corners and everything, they're probably gonna wreck. because they're not used to it. They don't know like what it feels like for the car to be in the beginning stage of maybe starting to lose traction. They don't know how to actually come into a corner and then leave a corner. They don't know how to look ahead. They don't know any of that stuff. So anyone can drive fast in a straight line. Anyone. But give them a road that actually has corners and hills and all sorts of stuff. It's not the same thing. And even then, too, change that to dirt. Have them drive a straight line on a dirt road with loose gravel. Even then, that right there is super challenging just in a straight line, because the rear end can easily come out from behind you. Or stick them in a vehicle like a Subaru WRX and be like, hey, take this dirt road. It's got hills, it's got corners on it, it's got dips, and point A to point B, go as fast as you can. They're gonna wreck. They're going to. That's just how that is. They're gonna wreck. And me, I've grown up on these dirt roads. I've grown up, driving all of these roads around here. I know the corners. I know how to go through them. I've driven enough dirt roads in so many different vehicles that whether it's rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, I'm confident that I can go fast in it, and I'm gonna make it out the other side. Now, will there be some damage on the vehicle? Possibly. You never know what's going to happen. Professional drivers, they hit trees, they hit rocks that they don't see. They'll go off the road too. I'm not saying I'm like, the perfection of driving. I'm not. Not whatsoever. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But my chances of making it to the finish line versus somebody else, I would say, are definitely higher. I would definitely say that. I would say my chances are definitely way better than most people. And once again, not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good. But my car, my drive time, this is my alone time. This is my me time. Because I drive an hour to work, I drive an hour from work. My gym that I go to is 30 minutes from my house. Everywhere I drive in my area is a drive. Like, it definitely is. There's a lot of distance between point A to point B. So you just kind of get used to driving and you have fun with it. Like, snow, bad weather, extreme heat, all of it. Ice. All of us that live in this area, we've experienced that pretty well. Like, we know how to handle ourselves. And I don't know, it's kind of a developed skill, because in the area that we live in here in Oklahoma, God, we get a mixture of pretty much all weather. Like right now, it's 105 degrees outside. Like, we have extreme heat warnings and stuff. I don't know what the feel-like temperature is, probably 120. Like, there's no telling. But it can either be extremely hot, or we can have just extreme ice. Like, there's been several years where we've had like 1.5 inches ice, and trees have snapped over, and power lines have gone down. And then you've got tornadoes. Then you've got extreme flooding. Like, our area will flood. We live in this weird pocket of Oklahoma where we get all the weather. And it kind of makes it to where not only like just driving, but just living in this area, you're like, all right, okay, it's summertime. I need to make sure that I don't leave anything out that could possibly bake in the sun. Just kind of how things go around here. But yeah, this is my time where I get to kind of relax and kind of reflect on the day. I'll either have music going, or like for instance, I've got Donut Operator playing on my speakers right now because that dude's funny. I'll listen to a podcast, or just find something to kind of relax. I think a lot of people need that. I think you need to have that decompression type moment each day so that you don't lose your mind. Too many people are involved with what's going on Facebook, X, Instagram. They fill their lives with needless BS. And in my opinion, I think that sucks. I think if you fill your life with needless BS, it's just going to cause you so much trouble and so much headache that's unneeded. Like, it's unneeded. The amount of stress that the average person carries around that is unneeded is baffling to me. I have a coworker of mine, and she constantly gives the same old song and dance. She complains about everything in her life, and she never does anything to fix it. Or she'll constantly tell me about people having Facebook drama that I don't know. I don't know who these people are, nor do I care what they're doing. But she has to tell me. And it's a waste of time. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You can speak to me about work, or you can speak to me about a subject that we're both definitely aware of. But I don't care what Susie John or Joe Bob is doing on Facebook. I don't care whatsoever. I don't care what's going on X. I don't care really about a whole lot of stuff. But she carries so much extra stress because that's what she worries about. And then whenever it comes to her personal life, like, I don't really want to talk too much about her personal life, but it seems every single day she has to bring up all of her personal drama and baggage to me. And I, once again, don't care about it. And her constant excuse whenever things go wrong, she goes, well, I'm a single mom of 3. Things are just hard. I'm like, my mom was a single mom of 3 kids. And if she complained, I didn't hear it. But I know for a fact she took care of us boys, and she made it work. And whenever a new opportunity for work came up that would pay her better or give her better hours to be with us, she took it. But my coworker, she's one of those people that just wants to complain and never actually fix anything. That's my biggest problem I have with a lot of people. They will have these problems and complain about these problems, but never do anything to actually fix them or to make their situation better. All they do is just complain about it, which to each their own. It's kind of whatever. But if you're going to sit there and you're going to complain about something, you at least better be trying to fix it. You better be trying to better your life. That's just kind of how I look at that. I mean, that's just the outsider looking in, you know. But to each their own. I don't know. People are going to do people things. People are going to find drama in their lives that they are going to fixate on that doesn't actually pertain to them whatsoever, you know. People are always going to get bored with what's going on, or they're going to try and drown out their life with something worse to make it seem like their lives are way better. That's what the average person does whenever it comes to social media and stuff. They'll fixate on something that is worse than what's happening in their life to make themselves feel better about their situation, which honestly is a crappy way to go about life. Really. I mean, like, it seems like very taxing, and it seems very annoying to not try and fix something, but to look at something else that's worse and be like, well, at least my life is not that bad. That just seems like a cop-out to me. That seems like that is just shoving things underneath the rug. You know, sweeping it underneath the rug. There we go. That's the saying that I was looking for. Sweep the things underneath the rug so that you don't have to see them, so that your life seems better. And focus on things that are worse. That right there is what that seems like. Which honestly just seems really sad. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? We got somebody from Missouri that doesn't know how to drive. This dude is like cutting out of traffic. You stay over there on your side. Dude, people don't know how to drive. People freak me out, man. Like, they really do. They freak me out. Like, sad part is, here in America, most people start learning how to drive around, like, 15, 16. Start learning how to drive. And it's like all of their knowledge goes out the window for whatever reason. And I'll never understand that. Like, it's too easy. Use your blinkers, okay? Use your blinkers. Watch for the brake lights, okay? So that you know whenever the person in front of you is about to stop, okay? Which some people, they don't exactly They don't exactly do that too much. They don't put that on there soon enough. Also, don't brake check people. Well, that's a nice station wagon. I don't know if you guys can see that. That was a nice station wagon. But don't brake check people. Don't be a dick, you know. That person must be having car problems, is the problem. Oh, their car died. Okay, they were having problems. Oh well, didn't give the excuse for the truck that was in front of me to act the way he was acting. Not an excuse. Actually, I need some ice. So we're gonna go this way. Tailgate down, buddy. You got stuff inside the bed of your truck. We're gonna come right in here. I'm gonna stop and get some ice from my my pre-workout and stuff. A little vroom vroom. But yeah, I don't know. That was my little little rant, you know, little moment with me. I don't even know if this is honestly gonna make it into the video. I've got fiberglass just everywhere. It's everywhere. It's super annoying. Fiberglass is everywhere. I'm gonna lose my mind. But yeah, guys, a whole lot of fun.